This is a story about a woman who refused to be a victim of her circumstances. It's a story for anyone who's ever felt stuck, overwhelmed, or invisible. It's about a single mother named Maya Johnson. Maya was 32, living in a small apartment in Atlanta with her 2 kids. Her life was a relentless cycle. Mornings started before the sun was up. She'd get her kids ready, pack their lunches, kiss them goodbye, and then rush off to her full-time job at a retail store. The pay was just enough to scrape by. Rent, bills, groceries, it was a constant balancing act. And just when she thought she might get ahead, an emergency would pop up, a car repair, a sick child. Maya never complained, though. She didn't have the time. She was in survival mode. Evenings were even tougher. After a long day at work, she'd pick up the kids, help with homework, cook, clean, and finally, try to find a quiet moment to just breathe before the whole cycle started again. Sleep felt like a luxury, and happiness was a distant memory. One night, it all came to a head. The kids were asleep, and Maya was on the living room floor, staring at a pile of bills she couldn't fully pay. The weight of it all was crushing. "How long can I keep this up?" she whispered to herself. "Am I failing them?" The question hung in the silent apartment, heavy and suffocating. Just then, her 7-year-old daughter appeared, tugging gently on her sleeve. "Mom," she said softly, "I know you're tired, but I'm proud of you." Those words hit Maya like a tidal wave. Pride. From her child. In that moment, something shifted inside her. She wasn't going to quit. She wasn't going to wish for a miracle. She decided, right then and there, to take control. She started small. After the kids went to bed, instead of collapsing from exhaustion, she opened her old laptop. She started researching online side hustles. A flicker of an old passion returned, graphic design. She had taken some online courses years ago, but life got in the way. It was time to dust off those skills. She got to work. The beginning was brutal. Clients were few and far between. The pay was meager. The feedback was sometimes harsh. There were days she made $20, and days she made nothing at all. There were nights she cried, not from failure, but from pure, bone-deep exhaustion. Her friends told her she was doing too much, that she should just quit. Her family worried she was burning herself out. But Maya didn't listen. She had her daughter's words ringing in her ears. She refused to settle for a life of just surviving. She persisted. Every dollar she earned, she reinvested, in better software, in online courses to sharpen her skills. Her evenings, once a time of collapse, became purposeful. Her struggles weren't just struggles anymore, they were stepping stones. Slowly, things started to change. A few months turned into a year. She was getting better, faster. She started building a small, loyal client base. Repeat business started coming in. The small wins started adding up. By her 2nd year, the impossible happened. The income from her side hustle started to rival her full-time salary. For the first time in years, she could pay all her bills on time without a knot of anxiety in her stomach. She could buy groceries without calculating every single item. She could even start a small savings account for emergencies. But the biggest change wasn't the money. It was Maya herself. She walked taller. She spoke with a newfound confidence. She realized she wasn't powerless. She was resourceful, capable, and incredibly resilient. She learned she could create her own opportunities instead of just waiting for them to fall from the sky. Her children saw the change too. They saw their mom chasing a dream, refusing to be defeated by life's challenges. They learned a powerful lesson, not from words, but from watching her actions. They learned that persistence matters. That hard work really does pay off. And that hope isn't something you wish for, it's something you build, one small action at a time. By the 3rd year, Maya took the biggest leap of all. She walked into her retail job and handed in her notice. She was now a full-time business owner. She even hired a part-time assistant to help her manage the workload, allowing her to take on bigger, more exciting projects. Today, Maya's life is completely different. She runs a thriving home business. She has financial stability. She has 2 proud, inspired children who saw their mother build a new life from scratch. And she is a woman who can finally say with certainty, "I am in control of my life." Maya Johnson's story isn't about getting lucky. She didn't wait for someone to come and rescue her. She didn't wait for the perfect time to start, because the perfect time never comes. She started right where she was, with the little she had, and she worked tirelessly until her family didn't just survive, they thrived. So what's the lesson here? It's for every parent, every worker, every dreamer out there who feels like they're running on empty. Your current struggle does not have to be your final destination. That feeling of exhaustion? It's not a sign of failure. It's fuel. It's the energy that can drive you to demand more for yourself and your family. You don't need to make a massive, life-altering change overnight. It's about the small, consistent steps. The 1 hour you find after the kids are asleep. The online tutorial you watch during your lunch break. Those small actions, compounded over time, are what build life-changing results. Remember, your example teaches your children more than any words ever could. If you're feeling overwhelmed, invisible, or powerless right now, remember Maya. You don't need a miracle. You need to take action. One small step at a time. 1 hour at a time. 1 day at a time. Because your future, and the future of your family, depends on it. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that empowers you to build the life you deserve. We'll see you in the next one.